Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 7 of the Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode. And today is a very big episode as we'll be going through a big time off season here with the Chicago Blackhawks, as we have a lot of things to fix up. Now, I was looking over the sheets of what could we possibly do. Now, before I can go into what we are going to be doing in this episode, we're going to be going over what we did last episode, and that was we had a huge draft. We drafted this guy named Vladimir Lebanov, defensive defenseman from Ukraine. He's looking like an absolute beast. And also in the first round, we drafted this guy named Stefan Koch, 19th overall sniper. So hopefully we could develop him into a nice goal-scoring guy as well. But anyways, we got to get back into the news of the team. Now, we do got a lot of things that we got to look over. Brendan Perlini, we are going to be signing him back to another year of a contract so he can play on that top 6 D-man or top 9, I mean the third line at least, so we can save a bit extra bucks. He's only going to be at like $1.7 million, so I mean it's not going to be that much. Also, Kirby Dack should be making his debut next year, as he's looking to be a press to be making his debut. So we're going to be that will be also into play as well. So we got a couple players that are going to be making their debut, but we spent a lot of money last episode. DeBrincat and Dylan Strome signed them both to $8 million contracts, so we're pretty fucking broke right now. And defensively, I mean that's kind of taken up by Brent Seabrook and Slater Kokachek, which I'm thinking I'm going to re-sign him as well so he could play alongside Derek Forbort in that top 6 pairing. I don't think we're going to be able to do very much defensive-wise, but I do have sort of a plan this offseason. So let's jump right into the free agency mix. So I was aiming up a couple guys, looking at who would fit best on our roster and who would be a lethal goal scorer. Thomas Vanek was one of them, but I don't want to keep letting this roster just getting older and older day by day. I want to get younger. I want to get some younger players to kind of fill in and be players that could be on the team for a couple years. And that's where Mikkel Boedker came into play. Now, we could look at Mike Hoffman, but he only really fits on the first line. And to be completely honest with you, he had a down year, and I'm looking for somebody that can really step up big time for us. So we are going to be looking to sign Mikkel Boedker to come over to the Chicago Blackhawks, who he has one offer after him, and that's the Calgary Flames. So before we sign him, we're going to see what type of contract Mikkel Boedker is going to want. So I'll set up the wheel, and I'll be right back. Alright, so Mikkel Boedker's contract will be looks like a full no movement clause for Mikkel Boedker. So we're going to do a 3-year contract for him, since, I mean, I don't want to be overpaying him. Plus, I don't want a player that's just going to be a complete bust on the team, but we will give him a 3-year contract, even though it is going to be a full-blown no movement clause. Now, I wish we could go after one of these guys and like TJ Brody, someone that can really step up for us. I mean, I think what's going to be looking like this year is it's going to be Gustafsson with Seabrook this upcoming year, so we're not going to be able to go after like a big-time defenseman, but we'll come back to that later once we spend our money as well. So Robin Lehner will also be a big question, as we just got Boedker to a full no movement clause. We're going to see how much will Robin Lehner be as well. So that will also be a no movement clause if we sign Robin Lehner. So we're going to go with 5 years for Robin Lehner, because, I mean, we need a goaltender. We need a goaltender. And, I mean, what would be Jacob Markstrom? Because if we could get Jacob Markstrom to a 2-year contract, I wouldn't mind that as well. He was a good goaltender last year, and a .911 save percentage. And he will also be a no movement clause, which is going to be a little bit better, because we could go with a 2-year contract for Jacob Markstrom at $5.25 million for Jacob Markstrom. So there is the 2 big free agents that we wanted to sign. And then also Brendan Perlini, we're going to be reeling him back to the Chicago Blackhawks as well on that 1-year deal. Get him cheaply on the team. So we're going to simulate a couple more days. We also need to work out some other stuff. Coaching staff, what do we got? We just need a goalie coach. I think we're fine with our coaches right now. We had a pretty good year this year, so I think we're going to keep it the way that it is. I mean, we got a good defensive coach, good penalty kill, and Mario Giroux is really good at the penalty kill, so I think we're good on that hand. Our scouting staff is definitely a thing that we are going to be working on for sure, because it is absolutely garbage. So I guess I'm going to have to cut myself again, as I'm going to go and edit all the scouts, and then we're going to see who signs with the Chicago Blackhawks and stuff like that. So I'll be right back in a jiffy. Alright, you got all the scouts. I mean, there wasn't very much of an upgrade for scouts, but we got some scouts signed onto the team, so we should be able to get some here very soon. We're not trading away Derek Forbert. He's going to be kind of a big piece for the defensive core for the team, I think, so we're going to definitely be keeping him on the team. Now we're going to be seeing all these annoying notifications for scouts and stuff like that, so that should be fun for the next little bit. So, I mean, a lot of no movement clauses, Markstrom and Boedker. So we're signing up a lot of no movement clauses, which we might regret in the future because we just got Sami Vatanen into a no movement clause as well. So the team is filled with it, which, I mean, what can you do about it? If you really want to make a good team, you got to fill it up with a bunch of no movement clauses sometimes. So we're a first for Derek Forbert. Now, that is very appetizing, you guys. That is very, very appetizing for the Vegas Golden Knights because that can set us up for the future and give us some extra salary cap to go and sign some extra players. Because, I mean, that's this year for a bunch of our picks. I mean, what can we lose out of getting another first-round draft pick? Honestly, yeah, I'll take that deal. I know we're trading away a defenseman here, but, I mean, we could just go back out there and get another one. To be completely honest with you, so we'll wait until we get some other guys back on the team like Boedker and shit like that. That gives us some extra salary cap to go out there and spend. So James Schwartz goes to the Montreal, so that's a big trade for Montreal Canadiens. They're picking up James Schwartz. Vegas gave us like the easiest pick of our life, a first-round draft pick for Derek Forbert. So Jason Zucker, oh shit. Jason Zucker for 2 seconds. I mean, $5.5 million is not in my kind of like price range. But if we could get Jason Zucker half down on his price, like half of his contract, I would totally pick him up and play him on the third line. Right? So you get that. That's like $3 million for that man. We will add Vegas's first round draft pick. We will take one of the seconds off. Will that go through? No. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to lower it anymore because, I mean, it's appetizing, but I don't think us being able to afford a $2.2 million contract is in my forte. Yeah, we're not doing that, Minnesota. Sorry, guys. We're not picking up Jason Zucker for $5.5 million. Brendan Perlini has signed back to the team. Mikkel Boedker, so he will be having a full-blown no-movement clause with the team. And also, Jacob Markstrom has decided not to sign with the Chicago Blackhawks. He's moving on to the Washington Capitals. So that leaves us $10 million to still go out and sign a goalie. So Matt Murray's gone. So Braden Holtby is the best decision to go after here, I guess. I think that's going to be the winner of this is Braden Holtby right now. So let's hit up that wheel once again. It's going to be Braden Holtby because we can't go after anyone else. So we're going to be going after Braden Holtby. So half of his contract will be a no movement clause, and then they'll shut down. So we're going to do 6 years at $3.75 million for the Braden Holtby, one of the best goaltenders, which I think will help out the team, honestly. He will definitely be a big goaltender for us. Defensively now, I feel like going after somebody would help out the team. We can't afford Pietrangelo now. Rasmus Andersson would be somebody decent. Nice young defenseman, top 4 pairings. I think I would love Rasmus Andersson on the team for $2.7 million. Fuck, we can't get him. You know what? We could do a trade, and I would totally do a trade for Rasmus Andersson right now because if he could fit in those top pair pairings, if he could be like a nice defenseman either on the top 4, I think that would be perfect alongside of either Keith or whoever. So Rasmus Andersson. Yeah, you guys have Jake Garner. You guys have a fucking loaded defense core. You're not even going to fucking use Rasmus Andersson. So we're just going to take you guys Rasmus Andersson off your fucking team because you're just wasting a fucking player on your team. So we'll give you guys 2 second-round draft picks, and we'll pick back up a 4th because you guys don't even need that. Okay. How about a 5th? Would a 5th work? Nothing? No, you guys are being picky. We'll trade you guys a 3rd for Rasmus Andersson. There we go. Rasmus Andersson will be coming to your Chicago Blackhawks. So that makes us better young-wise as well. That gives us a nice young defenseman to develop for the future here for your Calgary Flames, your Chicago Blackhawks, which is nice as what we're looking for is a nice young defenseman to come to the team. So 2.7 for 2 years for Rasmus Andersson. That'll be a nice depth pickup for the defensive core. Now, for the third lines, because we're going to need to pick up at least another guy for the third lines, I think we could wait for that for a bit, is we could just simulate a little bit and then do some more pickups. So we got Rasmus Andersson in the team. Edmonton picks up a first and a second for Chasson. What the fuck is Minnesota doing? They're on high levels of crack right now, picking up Chasson for a first. We have still tons of money. Did we not get Brain Holtby? Did we not fucking get Brain Holtby? Are you fucking shitting on me too? Holy shit, what is going on this year in free agency here, boys? We're not going to get anybody. We did not get Brain Holtby either. Oh my god, what is going on with this year's free agency? We're not getting any goalies. No goalies want to come to Chicago right now. So who are we stuck with? Matt Murray, which we can't go and pick up. Now we're stuck with Yaroslav Halak and Thomas Greiss, which I think we're just going to do a double-decker this year and pick up the both of them. Because to be completely honest with you, we need a goaltender bad, and we need, I think, the both of them to even just compromise for how bad our goaltending is going to be this year with Yaroslav Halak and Thomas Greiss. So we're going to have to go with downplay it a little bit, but what can you do? So Yaroslav Halak signs, and also Vincent Trocheck goes to Carolina. It's a big offseason this year, and Thomas Greiss is not signing with us either. So, God, man, can someone fucking sign with our team? Like, geez, man, everyone's being super duper picky this year. I don't think, honestly, 1 year will give you 5.25. Will that entice you to come to Chicago? Will that entice you enough to come to Chicago? Come on, man. We just need you. Nicholas Jomerson going to the New Jersey Devils. Wow, man. This is a big offseason. There we go. Thomas Greiss is coming to Chicago. So we got now Yaroslav Halak and Thomas Greiss coming to Chicago. Now we need some third-line depth and stuff like that. So let's take a look at that. So Carl Soderberg. He fits on none. Chris Kreider. Jason Pominp. We need somebody good for the depth of the team, and we're going to get pretty low down there. I think Carl Soderberg is going to be the perfect guy. I mean, I know he doesn't fit on any of our lines, but we're going to make him fit alongside of Brendan Perlini. So 2.25 mil for 1 year, and then we will also pick up not another offensive guy. I think Zach Cassian, I think, would work for the fourth line. I don't know, man. That's a tough decision. We're kind of left out to dry here right now with a lot of the picks. There's a lot of slim pickings. We could go with Chris Kreider. You could get him to a contract as well. Might as well. 1 year at 6.5. See if we could get the both of those players. See if we could get lucky. I know we don't have enough cap, but Chris Kreider signs with the team. So we got Chris Kreider to the team. So that we were kind of left out to dry with a centerman. Yeah. So Carl Soderberg we cannot afford. So that is this tight salary cap is a pain in the ass with this fucking it's a pain in the ass, man. So affordable players that are nice for the team. I mean, Ryan Strome I think is going to be the best bet for the team. And I think, yeah, Ryan Strome, we're going to sign you to a 2-year contract, 1.75 for a year. We'll get Ryan Strome to the team. He could be our third line guy. And, man, it's definitely a ghettoed-up team here in Chicago. We got the two Strome brothers, Ryan Strome and Dylan Strome, so that's nice. We can see a little bit of a connection between there. And we're left with $1 million left. What do we got for a team? So we got Kane, DeBrincat, Toews, Strome, Boedker, Kreider, Perlini, Nylander, Strome, Dak, Fortin, Carpenter. So we got pretty good depth there. Defensively, we got Keith, Gustafsson, Vatanen, Seabrook, Anderson, and Kokachek, which we have not signed yet. We got to sign him to a contract as well. So we're slowly building the team up to be a bit better. Slowly building it up, getting it up there. And what do we need to do now? We need to sign Kokachek. Right. Righto. We'll go with RFA so we can get him to a contract. 1.3. Let's see if we can get him to a cheap, just 1 mil deal for Kokachek. See if we can get lucky. See if he'll sign with that. If not, we'll just wait until free agency or until we start off the new year. Man, it is tight with salary cap here in Chicago. A lot of money moves that we're gonna have to make over the next couple of years, and we're especially locked in with a lot of players now too. So we're really gonna have to be smart. Yeah, he does not want to sign. So we're just gonna send him to the next season and just play it off smart. I mean, what can we do with Kokachek? I don't think he's gonna sign with any other teams. If not, we're just gonna have to match it and then move from there. We do have a plan. We're just gonna wait until he lowers his price. Hopefully we can get him for $1 million for like a year. I would just, if we could get him to a 1-year contract and then he could prove himself. He's not worth $1.3 million yet. If he can prove himself, then fuck yeah, I'll give him that type of money. But for right now, he's just not that player that I want to give that type of money to. So, assistant captains and captains, Toews, of course, the captain. I don't think Seabrook's going to be the assistant anymore. I think we got to move that to Duncan Keith, or to Patrick Kane. I think, honestly, Patrick Kane is a big-time leader on the team, so he's going to take that A over Seabrook. So we're going to do a little bit of a change up there. So let's take a look at your 2020-21 Chicago Blackhawks. Let's take a look at it. So we got Kane, Toews, DeBrincat, Boedker, second line. We got Nylander there too, Perlini, Kreider, Strome, Dak, Thornton, Carpenter. Kemp does not need to be up in the NHL. He could be sent down to the minors. In the system, we got Sekera, who can play this year. So we got some nice prospects going to jump through this year. So that's nice. So he can play this year for sure. I think that's really it for players there. Defensively, nobody there for defense. We got Keith, Gustafsson, Vatanen, Seabrook, Boedker. Wow. Oh, my Lord. Did he ever jump up this year? That is awesome to see. Adam Boedker is ready to play this year. So we don't even need to worry about Kokachek. We could just go with what we have there. And then we got Grice and Yaroslav Halak, that is a rough. That's rough. That's a rough tandem. I'm not particularly enjoying that. I'm not particularly enjoying that we have two backup goaltenders being our starting goaltenders this year. And that's a rough thing, man. We need a goaltender. Can we, find any goaltending that is wanting to be traded? Wolf, Kaiser. I don't think we're going to be able to find anyone. Everyone's going to be pretty set in stone with their goaltenders this year, probably. Edmonton, no. Florida. Oh, Sergei Bobrovsky. That's a lot of money for Sergei. Nah, I'm good, homie. I want somebody cheap, but, we can't really afford it right now. We got no money. Even if we tried to do a trade, we're not going to be able to afford it. So we're going to have to go with Grice and Yaroslav Halak this year. We could try to go with Matt Murray, but he's going to be expensive as all hell. So we're going to have to go with what we got, and that is just what we got. What else can I say? Just the shitty goaltending that we got. Yaroslav Halak. How much is going to be Matt Murray, though, to be completely honest with you? How much is going to be Matt Murray? 5.25. Which is going to be the amount that we trade Grice and Yaroslav Halak for. We could afford it, but we're going to have to go with what we have this year and just deal with what we got. So the new lineups are going to be practically the same way as the following years. Is we're going to go with Strome, DeBrincat, Kane, Boedker there. Alexander Nylander, no, we want him up with Boedker and Toews. That line really is going to hook up, I think, good. And then Ryan Strome, does that make that line any better? Dak, Strome does not like this team very much unless he's offensive up there. But I think what we'll go with right now is Strome, Kreider, Strome, Perlini, Thornton, Dak, Carpenter. Do we got anyone else? I think that was that, what's that one prospect? Sekera. He could probably go right here, Dak, and then Thornton. I think that works really good. I want Vatanen up on the top pairing, Gustafsson here. Boedker there will play with Seabrook and Anderson, and then Gustafsson, Boedker, and then Vatanen and Keith. So the defense core is looking good with Boedker in there, which I'm really happy about that. The PK is going to look really good with Boedker in that mix as well. That is looking like a deadly-ass PK or a power play right now for us, which I'm really happy about. Toews now, yes, of course, he's going to be up on that PK. That's a guarantee for sure for Tim Strome. We could throw Chris Kreider, I think, in here. That should be a better fit for the team defensively. We get to go up there. And then Dylan Sekera, I don't want him there. Who's another good defensive guy for the team? I think we'll throw Kirby Dak, I guess, on here. What else can we do? There's not very many other good defensive guys that we have on the team. And then Vatanen. I think Vatanen will be a better positional player to play defensively than anyone else on the team, so we can kind of even it out a bit. So there we go. 3-man PK, Toews, and Thornton. Yeah, that's the way that's going to be for the start of the year. So we got a pretty good-looking team for your Chicago Blackhawks. We're going to simulate a month or two in this video as well, so we're going to assign some depth players for the team. We're looking very weak goaltending-wise. Defensively, we're really strong defensively. I think that's definitely one of our strong suits. And I think what we might do is, if you guys think it's a really good idea, tell me guys in the comment section below if we should go after Matt Murray. If we should go after Matt Murray or not. He's $5.25 million. Can we afford Matt Murray if we do a trade that would fit under our cap? It's going to be very tough and tight to do that to get Matt Murray onto the team, but that means we don't have to worry about goaltending at all for the next little bit. So tell me guys in the comments section below if we should make a move like that and go after Matt Murray and get him on the team and trade away two of our goaltenders and practically have no backup is what we're going to be doing if we trade away Halak and Grice at the same time. So we're going to handicap ourselves, but we're going to give ourselves a good chance at having a good goaltender and having a good ending to the season. So it's a win-win situation for the Chicago Blackhawks right now. I honestly think that it's a tough team right now. I mean, we don't have any big-time goaltender prospects, so we're really going to have to just deal with what we got. So, roster moves, I think we don't have to call up anyone. I think we're good right now for depth players, so we're going to be good on that part. We are going to be ending some lineups, though, in the AHL, so best lines on that shit. Dominic, I think we're good on prospects. I don't think anyone can really play. And Whistle, nope. And defensively, we just got rid of, what's his face? Adam Boedker. He'll be making his NHL debut this year, so that will be awesome. I'm really excited about that. Adam Boedker, he's one of our big-time offensive defensemen. And with a 3-year contract, we don't have to worry about him for 3 years. And I think that's the time where Seabrook's contract will expire. Hopefully, we can honestly buy him out in the next offseason. We'll see if he will waive it. Because, I mean, it's $6.875 million for the next 4 years. I would rather be able to buy out that contract instead of just digesting it or even trade it. So let's start off the year with the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's see how hot we can start. And let's see how well we improve the team. I mean, Adam Boedker, that was a surpriser. We never even thought this kid was going to be able to jump in the NHL position with us. But he's going to be playing alongside Eric Gustafsson to start off the year. So hopefully they start off as a good pairing. And hopefully we can just win some big games as a team right now, right? So, and we lose the first game of the year to the Minnesota Wild. We lose 2 in a row right off the get-go. So that's definitely not a way that you want to start the season off after just spending a lot of money. And I mean, we are kind of fucked goaltending wise, so hopefully we can step up other ways in offense and defense. 3 games in a row we lost. There we go, our first W of the year, win against the Columbus Blue Jackets and a loss against Anaheim. Oh my god, man, come on, boys, what is going on? We gotta start continuing some W's here, man. There we go, big win against Winnipeg. 2-4-2. This is a rough start for your Chicago Blackhawks. We're not getting the wins that we want. Oh, and the injuries are just pouring in the AHL group. Jesus Christ. Oh, another 2 losses there against Florida and Boston. Montreal now. And another loss. And, oh my god. Okay, another loss. Holy shit. 3-8-2 to start the season off. What the fuck is going on here, man? This is not the way that we wanted to start the season off. Like, not at all. This is a shit starting. Grice and Halak. What is going on, boys? What the fuck, man? This is garbage level playing hockey here, man. We're starting off the year 3-8-2. Are you fucking joking with me? Like, the team that made it to the playoffs last year is playing like this. That is fucking garbage. Grice, you're a fucking garbage goalie, bud. This is what I mean. This is why we might be thinking of picking up Yaroslav Halak or Matt Murray in the next video. Because honestly, we can't digest our goaltending right now. It is really shitty. Like, okay, is the second line doing really bad? They're doing mad. The fourth line, that's rough. Okay, let's throw up Dak. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a change up with Dak being up there. Keith, Vatanen, how's it go? Oh my god. Boedker, Noah Boedker. You get a chance up on that top pair, and Seabrook and Anderson are playing good. All right, so we need to have a good fucking finishing off to the next month. We need to have a good next month, and then we're also just going to stop right before December, and we might be thinking of picking up Matt Murray. So we'll stop right about, we'll stop at the 20th. Gives us a little bit of time to maybe start. Peyton, I'm not happy with how the team has been performing lately. We need to fix this. Yeah, I gotta agree with the captain, man. Yeah, I'm not happy with it either. Jonathan, you're right. I don't think we've been performing up to expectations. How do you suggest to fix this? I thought about it. I think we could either improve our team or make a coaching change. I mean, I think a coaching change will probably have to be a change here. So that kind of leaves us a stalwart here right now. So I think what we'll do is we'll simulate another 2 weeks. We'll see how Drew will do. And then I guess in the next video, we're going to be searching for a new coach. I mean, unless we could start winning some big, there we go. There's the big W starting to play into a factor here now. That's what I'm talking about. If we could start getting some W's together, I think Jalou will save his job a bit. He knows he's on the hot seat right now as a team, so we need to start winning some big time victories right now, and that's what we're starting to do. Big shootout loss, so that gives me a little bit more hope to maybe not fire the coach, but we're gonna have a lot of big time decisions in the next episode to make. Either firing the coach, as we just came back and started ripping shit. So I don't think we're gonna have to make that big of a change, but maybe we do. You guys tell me, guys, in the comments section below what I should do with the Chicago Blackhawks, as we just kind of got our asses teared apart at the first month. Should we go after Matt Murray? Would Matt Murray be a fix to our problems? We can score goals perfectly fine. I mean, this division's very good at goal scoring. We're one of the weakest teams defensively, I would have to say. Our power play is really weak. We're going to have to change that up for sure. And our PK, yeah, it's definitely a thing that we're going to have to fix. But what can you do when you don't have money and you really can't go after some guys that like Kyle Sorberg, for example? But honestly, we're not looking the worst. We can play definitely some better hockey depth-wise. That the depth has been pretty weak. But otherwise, I mean, we can definitely step up in other departments. Bachquist is playing good around Keith, and Yaroslav Halak's been stepping up. So what should we guys do in the next episode, guys? You guys make that decision. You guys will help me out in the next episode. Should we fire the coach? Should we make a big move in picking up Matt Murray? What should we do? Because Matt Murray is going to be, I think, a big goaltender for us to pick up. And he will definitely be a player that will change the face of the franchise. Now, the thing is, I don't think they're going to be able to afford it, because they're broke as shit, and we would have to sign him just to be able to pick him up. So we're kind of stuck in a stalwart here with what we can do with the Chicago Blackhawks. We're really stuck. So we're just going to have to leave it into the next episode. But for right now, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.